I mean, say Warren Buffett, for example. And to be totally frank, I'm not his biggest fan.
Has Warren Buffett fooled everyone?
I think the sociopathic grandpa from Omaha.
He may not be the ordinary grandpa from Omaha that the media portrays him to be. Before you take any advice from the most famous investor on the planet, you have to see the debunking of 5 popular myths about him. You probably thought the future Oracle of Omaha was born into a very normal family. Well, he wasn't. Buffett's father was a senator with extensive contracts in Washington. He was also an investor and owner of the brokerage firm Buffett, Falk & Co. And Warren's grandparents were quite successful entrepreneurs. The billionaire's education was also not ordinary. He studied at Columbia University under the father of value investing, Benjamin Graham, and after that, he even managed to get a job in his company. Whether it was possible to get such a prestigious education without the help of an influential family, well, let everyone decide for themselves. In his interviews, Buffett repeatedly said that since childhood, he had set himself the goal of working for himself. So in 1956, at the age of 25, Warren decided to start his first investment partnership. His first partners were, who do you think? It's family members, relatives and close friends. In total, they gave Warren $105,000 to manage. Buffett himself invested only a symbolic $100 in this partnership. Think about how many of you at the age of 25 could be given about $1 million by relatives to manage, today's equivalent of that amount. That's how the Oracle of Omaha got its first big push into the world of investing. One of the recent stories may make you question if the legendary investor doesn't have information unavailable to mere mortals. Just a couple of months before Microsoft announced its plans to buy Activision Blizzard, the largest video games maker, Buffett bought stocks of this gaming giant in his portfolio for the first time. Over the next couple of quarters, Buffett & Co. significantly increased their position in the stock of this company. But just 1 month before Microsoft had trouble getting antitrust approval to buy Activision Blizzard, Buffett started selling off their stock. A coincidence? Or did Bill Gates, who Buffett is close friends with, hint at something? Well, who knows? And what about Apple stock, which was up to nearly 50% of Buffett's portfolio? Warren violated one of the basic principles of portfolio management, diversification, and in the end, he succeeded. Is it a gift of foresight or again, tips from famous friends from the technological industry? And we will never know the answer. Surely, everyone has heard the story of how, at the age of 11, Buffett bought his first stock for $38 and sold it for $40. But how disappointed he was when their price skyrocketed to $200 a few months later. Thus, according to legend, a long-term investor was born in Warren. The catchphrase that Buffett's favorite holding period for stocks is forever has long been a favorite of bloggers. I hate to break it to you, but even that is partially a myth. Berkshire Hathaway's public records from 1980 to 2006 showed that 60% of stocks stayed in their portfolio for less than a year. You should agree that this is much less than forever or even 10 years. Give the video a like if we managed to surprise you, and subscription is also very welcomed. Perhaps you, like many people, think you can invest like Warren Buffett, but our answer may disappoint you. Most likely, you don't have an entry-level fund of a few $100,000 and you don't have contracts inside the financial world. And even if you had, you'd never get the kind of conditions that Berkshire Hathaway gets, such as buying preferred stock, warrants, and other tools unavailable to average investors. In simple words, warrants grant the right to buy shares of a company at a certain price and within a certain time frame. The billionaire investor used this scheme when investing in Goldman Sachs at the height of the 2008 financial crisis. Buffett and Berkshire shareholders earned about $3 billion on this deal. What do I think about everything said in this video? Well, I think Warren is a brilliant investor. Yes, he's not from an ordinary family, but he wisely played the cards he had in his hands. Contacts, money, intelligence, and time. Great success requires resources. You can't get far with talent alone, but even if you don't have all these resources, you can still succeed in investing. You will not become a billionaire, but it is quite realistic to achieve returns higher than Buffett currently has. How? Well, watch in this video. Write in the comments your feelings towards the legendary investor, and see you in the new videos.